Yes, ma'am.
Do you think it's possible to get the legislature to read the Constitution?
No.
The state Constitution. Because it says that each town shall establish and maintain the public schools out of their own funds, and they keep talking about 55%.
Yeah.
Can you repeat what she said so the rest of us can hear it?
Basically what she's asking is, could I get the legislature to read the Constitution of the state of Maine? Because in the Constitution it says that each community will provide education for its kids, basically. But the state is providing upwards of 55%. The answer to that question is, and in reality, is we have home rule in the state of Maine. Home rule, as it turns out, is a very, very expensive proposition. If we could have education to be a local entity, and then we could consolidate some of the other services like public roads, maintenance on roads, police, fire, then I think your suggestion could be close to reality, that the local communities could fund education the way they see fit, as long as the students meet a certain standard core, a standard by the time they graduate. The problem is, everybody talks a good game, but nobody shows up for the fight. Like today, this week for instance, everybody in the state will acknowledge that we have $1.2 billion shortfall. But there is not one constituent that hasn't been in the Hall of Flags screaming, "Don't cut me." And that's what the problem is. Yes, ma'am.
Thanks for being here. I'm a little concerned, like the one lady said, how you want to get us homeschoolers to help the public schoolers. Frankly, a lot of the families, you can't talk to the public school teachers or the school boards or anything. They don't want to hear it. And the only thing we're doing different is
Educating.
Number one, probably 99% of us here believe in abstinence. These schools are sick, and what they're teaching our kids, they're perverted, and they're perverting our kids. So number one, that would be a big thing to aim for, abstinence. Just let it be taught. It's not even taught in a lot of these schools. Bring God back into the schools. We've had God in our homes. You want these kids in these schools to turn around? Bring the daily prayer back in, or allow
it at least.
I think Bible clubs are allowed, but I know they get a lot of grief. Allow Bible studies to be done in these schools. You'll see changed kids, changed parents, changed hearts. I didn't know what. Sorry, I'm so nervous.
Well, let me try to answer that just a little bit, so that we're probably going to start heading in that direction. And what I mean by that is, in the last 35 years, we've had one ideology that has run the state. It's been very definitely left of center. In last November's election, we had for the first time since 1950s or 1960, we have a legislature, a Senate, and a Republican governor. So it's been almost 50 years. So now what we need to do, and you're absolutely right, we're going to have an election next year, we need to maintain that and build on it. And then we will become a red state. Those red states, many of them, do allow a lot more than we do here in Maine. That's because the people want it. Now, we also have a federal constitution, which unfortunately the courts have been going the wrong ways in my mind, and we need to go back to the basics. And I do believe that In God We Trust is all over our Constitution. It's all over our country. It was based our country was based on religion, frankly. And so we need to work towards that. Is it going to happen in my administration? Don't think so, unless you vote real Republican next time around. A lot bigger majority. But I do believe it's coming. And I do believe we're going to return to that. And the reason why, look at this crowd. What is it, 4,600 homeschoolers this year? That's a lot of students being homeschooled. And 20 years ago we had 225,000 students in the state. Now we're under 190,000. And if the homeschoolers keep growing and public schoolers keep shrinking, and if we do go to a common core standard, and I do believe in the one classroom school, and I'll tell you why. K through 6, for instance. You can have K through 6 in one classroom, and one good teacher can handle all the grades. So I don't think it's about spending a certain amount of time in a grade. It's understanding the academic. It's all about performance. If you're performing at the 3rd grade level, then I don't see why you shouldn't be in the 3rd grade, taking 3rd grade courses, and vice versa. One more question, and it's already getting to 7, and I have to head back, because tomorrow's another day for us. Yes, sir.
First of all, thanks for being here. My question is about the vocational and community college system. In the Augusta area, if you want to take house building, culinary arts, or a myriad of other subjects, you have to drive to Lewiston, or to Bangor, or to Portland to get a lot of the very common vocational subjects that you can get anywhere else. And it's vice versa for them. If they want something, they may have to drive. And $4 or $5 a gallon, I see it being prohibitive. And I think that we need to look at it.
You're absolutely right. And that's that whole issue of bringing a vocational school and technical school back to the mainstream of education, of core curriculum. Now, it's going to be, it may be in situations that each school might, take for instance Waterville, Winslow, Oakland, Fairfield, they're all within a mile of each other. So those schools, one may offer one set of courses and another school another. But in the rural areas, it is going to be difficult, because if you have real small schools, how much can you offer?
Sorry, Governor, I was talking about the colleges.
Oh, the colleges? Believe me, the colleges we're going to be addressing that one. They're on my list of needing to make changes. Thank you.